What's up guys, Philmore24 here, and I'm continuing my segment of how to play Cardfight Vanguard. And in this video we're going to be talking about the different phases and the card mechanics. So let's get into it. Alright, so starting off, Cardfight Vanguard has multiple phases, starting with stand phase. For those of you who don't know about Vanguard, when a unit is standing, it is face up. When it's resting, it's sideways. Kind of like in Magic, when you tap mana and stuff like that. That's kind of like a symbol that you used it. And same with Vanguard. Standing means it's able to attack or use its ability. Resting means it's done for the turn. It's did its job. Now it has to rest. So the stand phase, basically at the start of your turn, is first the stand phase, where all your rested units from last turn that are resting can now stand back up. Okay, so that's it for the stand phase. Next is draw phase. Simple as it sounds. You draw a card. Every turn you draw one card. If you have no cards to draw, you lose. So it's similar. If you deck out before you draw, you lose. Actually, if you deck out at any one time, you automatically lose. Just saying. After the draw phase, there's a thing called the ride phase. Now, you're probably wondering what the hell is ride phase. So let me see if I can do this. Alright, so starting Vanguards start off at grade 0. As you see up here, right there, it's 0. That's the grade. So every turn you can ride. It's kind of like level up in a way. You can ride once per turn. So for example, I have a grade 0 here, and now it's that was from last turn, or it's my first turn. So now I can grade up or ride my grade 0 with a grade 1. I can't ride my grade 2 or 3 because you can only increase its level by 1 once per turn. So I have my grade 0 on the field. I can ride over it like this with a grade 1. Alright, that's basically the ride phases. So that's all ride phases. If you don't have a card to ride, then you skip your ride phase and you go straight to the main phase. So in the main phase, you can place a unit with a grade or level. Levels mean grade. With a grade that is either the same or less than the Vanguard you currently have. Alright, so if your Vanguard, which is the one you ride, for example, if this is my Vanguard, I'll show you on a piece of paper right here. Hold on. Make these sense. Alright, so here's my Vanguard, right? It's grade 0. It's on the Vanguard circle, as you can see. Alright, I ride it in my right phase to grade 1. Okay? Now I can call units that are grade 1 or less to the rearguard circles. So I know there's a really bad glare. There you go. It's grade 1, as you can see. I can also call the grade 1 here, or the grade 0, because it's less. So that's the example of main phase. So you can basically in the main phase you could place units the same or lower onto your Vanguard circle. I'll fix my camera. There's a thing also called Superior Ride. It's kind of like the special summon of Yu-Gi-Oh, where you're able to grade up faster than normal. I'll get into that in a later video. It's too complicated to talk about right now. I just want to get the basics out right now. So that's the main phase. So basically, you can call your rear guards and grade up in. That's pretty much it. And use card abilities. Sorry, you also can use card abilities during the main phase. Next is the battle phase. The battle phase, as we saw, that's where battle happens. That's where units can attack. When the units attack, you can either attack your opponent's Vanguard or your opponent's rear guard. Now this is where it gets a little complicated. Let me set up my field real quick for you guys. So basically, during battle phase, you have it like this. Just picture my opponent having a similar setup as mine. Sorry for the bad glare again, guys. So this is my Vanguard again. These are my rear. This is my rear guard. These are my rear guards right here. The front row are my attackers. I can have any of my units as attackers or defenders. It doesn't matter. But usually you want to have your powerful guys up top, attacking and dealing damage. The rows back, the rear guards back here are your support. They're the ones that give your units in the front more power to attack and also give abilities. So for example, if I want to attack with my can't have a grade 2. You have a grade 1 Vanguard. Alright. So, that's my grade 2 Vanguard. These are my grade 1 rear guards. Okay? Right here. So I can attack with my Gushing like that. I turn it sideways. That's saying I'm declaring an attack. Now I can attack any one of my 3 opponents' monsters up here in the front, but I cannot attack their back row. I can only attack their front row because these are the attackers right here. So this is what battle phase is about. So that's basically the battle phase. But when the Vanguard attacks, you get a thing called drive check. Basically, the drive check is when your Vanguard attacks, I can boost by doing that because it's the back row. I'll explain boosting later on. But what a drive check is, basically you take the top card from your deck and you check if it's a trigger. If it's not a trigger, then nothing happens. You just add that card to your hand. If it is a trigger, you apply the effect of that trigger and still add it to your hand. So that's basically the simple. Basically as simple as I can get it about the battle phase. I mean, there's a lot more that goes into it, a lot more detail. But again, I just want to get the basic essentials of what goes on in the card game. So that's the battle phase. Basically, what attacking goes on. Again, I showed you boosting. It's where the back row rear guards that are grade 1 or 0 can boost your higher grade rear guards and vanguards. And then of course I went over a basic simplistic drive check. A lot more that goes into drive check. I'll come over about that later. So yeah, now let's talk about the card mechanics. So this video is getting kind of long, so I'm probably going to continue the card mechanics in the next video. So keep watching, guys. Thanks.